Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Waving hand, today we're going to go step by step and create a cozy friends coloring book from scratch and publish it on Amazon KDP so it can start selling right away. Even if you've never made a coloring book before, don't worry. I'll show you everything, how to research, design, and publish. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to launch your own coloring book and potentially hit that bestseller list. Rock it! Grab a notebook and follow along. This is going to be fun. Let's dive in. Part 1. Find the best-selling book. Alright, let's start with research. This is the foundation of creating any best-selling coloring book. So, I'm on Amazon.com and I typed in coloring book. Right away, you'll see hundreds of results, but what we really want to focus on are the bestsellers. Now, here's a little hack I use. I've installed an extension called DS Amazon Quick View. What this does is show me the bestsellers rank, BSR, instantly while I browse, without having to click on every single product page. You'll notice some books have very low BSR numbers. That means they're selling extremely well. For example, if you see something under 1,000, that's a strong seller. As I scroll through, I notice a clear pattern. Books with cute animals, cozy themes, and simple, easy-to-color designs are consistently ranking high. Customers love them because they're relaxing and fun, not overly detailed or stressful. Now here's the real secret. Don't just look at the covers, dive into the reviews. This is where readers tell you exactly what they like and don't like. Some will say, "I wish the drawings were simpler," or "I love the cute characters." That feedback tells us exactly what to focus on in our own book. One seller that really stands out here is KDP, who has multiple best-selling coloring books dominating the charts. Looking at their success gives us an excellent benchmark for what works in this niche. So, step 1 is complete. We've confirmed there's strong demand for these types of coloring books, and we've found some interesting bestsellers, like KDP's books, that will inspire us as we create our own unique coloring book. Part 2. Book Bolt Research and Keywords. Now that we've identified some best-selling coloring books on Amazon, it's time to dig deeper using one of my favorite tools, Book Bolt. Book Bolt is an all-in-one platform for research, keyword analysis, and even book design. It helps you find what's selling, track competition, and optimize your own books to rank higher on Amazon. They actually offer 2 monthly plans. The newbie plan at $9.99 and the pro plan at $19.99. And here's the cool part. If you use my link in the description box, you'll get 20% off your subscription. It's honestly one of the best investments you can make if you're serious about publishing. Once we're logged in, I like to check out successful publishers to see what's working for them. One popular seller is KDP inside Book Bolt. I can pull up all their books, see which ones are bestsellers. Let's take their top book as an example. It has a bestseller rank, or BSR, of 55. That's insanely good. The lower the BSR, the more sales a book makes. BookBolt also helps us calculate estimated revenue. With a BSR of 55, this book sells about 865 copies per month. At a price of $9.99, that means monthly revenue of around $8,641.35. Pretty amazing, right? Another feature I love is the ability to save books to favorites and organize them by category. That way, you can keep track of trends and build your own research library over time. Next, I'll open the Cloud tab. Here, we can search the top 100 coloring books, filter by BSR range and price range, and instantly see the hottest sellers. And guess what? Many of the same best-selling books we saw earlier keep showing up here too, which confirms the demand is strong. Finally, BookBolt has another great tool, the Book Scout tab. This is where you take the ASIN of any book and uncover all the keywords it's ranking for, along with their search volume and ranking position. This is powerful because it shows us exactly what buyers are typing into Amazon when they find these books. And later, we're going to use those same keywords in our title, subtitle, and description to make sure our book gets discovered too. So now we've got the data. We've confirmed demand, we know the keywords, we know the revenue potential, and we have examples of best-selling coloring books, like those from Coco Wyo, that will inspire us as we create our own. Part 3. Creative Fabrica. Alright, now that we've done our research with BookBolt, it's time to get the actual content for our coloring book. For this, we're going to use Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica is a huge marketplace full of fonts, graphics, and ready-to-use coloring book interiors and covers. The best part is, you don't need to be a designer or artist. You can literally grab professional-looking pages in just a few clicks. You can even start with a free trial, and after that it only costs $3.99 per month. And just like BookBolt, if you use my link in the description box, you can get an even bigger discount on your subscription. So, let's do a search. I'll type in Cozy Friends. Perfect. Here we've got coloring pages that match exactly what we're looking for. I can download the interior file with all the pages ready to go, and I can also grab a matching cover file if I want to customize it later in BookBolt Studio. Backhand index pointing right here's a really important tip. When you download these files, make sure the dimensions match the same size as the best-selling book we researched earlier. If the bestseller was 8.5 by 8.5 inches, for example, then we're going to stick with that size. This way, our book looks professional and lines up perfectly with what's already selling. This saves so much time. Instead of creating every page from scratch, we can focus on picking the right theme and then just tweaking it to make it unique. So in just a few minutes, we now have the interior pages and a cover for our Cozy Friends coloring book. That means we're ready for the next step, putting everything together and preparing it for publishing. Part 4. Format interior and customize cover in BookBolt Studio. Now that we have our interior pages and cover downloaded from Creative Fabrica, it's time to assemble the book using BookBolt Studio. This is where everything comes together, and it's really simple once you get the hang of it. First, open BookBolt Studio and log into your account. Select Create New Project. When setting up the book, make sure to configure the exact settings for Amazon KDP. Dimensions: 8.5 by 8.5 inches. Interior: black and white paper. Book type: paperback. Bleed: no bleed. Pages: 88. Before we start, let's quickly go over the main features, settings, and tools of BookBolt Studio so you know everything you can do. 1. Project Setup. When starting a new project, you select the trim size, number of pages, and type of paper. 2. Page Editor. Here you can upload or create your interior pages. You can drag and drop images or PDFs, resize or crop elements, reorder pages by dragging them into place, add extra pages like a title page, copyright page, or blank pages. Preview pages to see exactly how they'll look in print. 3. Cover Editor. Customize your front cover, back cover, and spine. You can upload a pre-made cover or create one from scratch. Adjust fonts, text size, and color. Move and resize graphics. Preview the cover in 3D or flat view. Ensure proper alignment with your book's dimensions. As you can see, I uploaded all the images to use in this project. Then, I started formatting the front and back cover, adding to it the main image and rectangle shapes to cover the back and the spine. Next, let's create the first page. I like to add a simple title page with the text, "This book belongs to." This makes the book more personal for the buyer and is a nice touch for kids and teens. Now, we'll add the coloring pages. We have 40 pages to include. A good practice is to place them on even-numbered pages so that when the book is printed, each coloring page is on the right side of the spread. Book Studio makes it easy to drag and drop pages into the correct order. Once all 40 coloring pages are added, take a moment to review each page. Make sure the spacing, margins, and alignment are perfect. Adjust any images that need resizing. You want every page to look clean and professional. At the end, the total number of pages is 83, not 88. Next, let's handle the cover by adding to the back cover some sample images of the interior. Important: double-check cover dimensions and alignment so it fits perfectly with the 8.5 by 8.5 inch, 88-page interior. Book Studio will help with this automatically. After customizing the cover, preview the entire book: front cover, interior pages, and back cover. Flip through all pages to ensure everything looks polished. Finally, when everything looks perfect, you can download the project as a CMYK printed book. Book Studio will export the cover and interior as separate PDF files ready for Amazon KDP. This ensures your colors print correctly and your book is fully ready for publication. And that's it. Our Cozy Friends coloring book is now perfectly formatted and ready for publishing on Amazon KDP. Take a few minutes here to double-check everything. Small details make a big difference in the final product. Part 5. Publish on Amazon KDP. Alright, now comes the most exciting part, actually publishing our Cozy Friends coloring book on Amazon KDP. Let's go step by step. Step 1. Log into KDP. Head over to kdp.amazon.com and log in with your Amazon account. Once you're in, click on Create Paperback. Step 2. Book details. Now we'll fill in the details for our book. Language: English. Book title: this is where we'll use our optimized title from ChatGPT. I'll show you how to generate that in just a moment. We go back to Book and search for the keywords and get inspired by the best-selling book selected earlier to generate the book title and description. In this step, we use the tabs Book Scout and Keywords. We search the best keywords found on the Book Scout for the best-selling book and search them in the Keywords tabs. We can see that the results show us the Amazon search volume of each keyword as well as Google search volume and the competition. Our goal is to make a list of all the best keywords with high search volume and less competition. After making a list of all the keywords, we go back to the best-selling book example and take all the information about its book title and description to put it in ChatGPT. We use this information with the keywords list to ask ChatGPT to generate for us the right title and description. Then, we fill out all the required information on the KDP. We also check the box for publishing rights. I own the copyright. We select the right audience and set the minimum age. We also define the primary market, which is Amazon.com. For the categories, we can choose up to 3 categories. We can go back to our best-selling book and see what categories the best-selling book is ranked in and use the same categories. We can also use the category tab in BookBolt to find the best fit. For our Cozy Friends coloring book, we'll go with fantasy and science fiction, animals, fiction. Selecting 3 strong categories makes a huge difference in your visibility. Then, we add the keywords selected earlier. We can add up to 7 keywords and scroll down, hit save to continue. On the next page, we start by clicking on Assign ISBN. Next, we'll set up the print settings. Print type, black and white interior. Paper type, white paper. Trim size, 8.5 by 8.5 inch, same as the bestseller. Bleed settings, no bleed. Cover finish, matte or glossy, depending on your preference. Manuscript and cover upload. Now it's time to upload our files. Interior PDF. This is the file we exported from BookBolt Studio with all 83 pages. Cover PDF. This is the cover file we downloaded from BookBolt Studio. Both should upload smoothly. Then, we can see the book preview to make sure that everything is fine before publishing the book. We review all the information before saving. Pricing and distribution. Now for the exciting part, setting the price. Print costs will be calculated automatically by Amazon based on your page count and trim size. For our 83-page 8.5 by 8.5 paperback, the print cost is low, so we can price it at $9.99, the same as the bestseller. This gives us around $3 to $4 royalty per sale. Finally, check the distribution options. By default, your book will be available on Amazon US and can also be distributed globally. Next step, publish. Once everything is filled out, title, description, keywords, categories, manuscript, cover, and pricing, click publish. Amazon will then review your book, which usually takes between 24 to 72 hours. Once approved, your Cozy Friends coloring book will officially be live on Amazon.
And that's it.
You've just created and published a professional Cozy Friends coloring book on Amazon KDP. By following these steps, you've saved time, used high-demand keywords, and formatted everything correctly for printing. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the link in the description to get special discounts for BookBolt and Creative Fabrica. Thanks for watching, and happy publishing!